Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a super exciting video to film for you today. It is going to be a successful Disney character performer audition video. I auditioned a couple of weeks ago for a character lookalike role. I went to the Disney's Animal Kingdom rehearsal facility over by Animal Kingdom. It was an amazing experience. I just wanted to talk through the process, give you guys some tips, maybe share a little bit about my journey. I say successful because I am currently in consideration to become a character performer for Walt Disney World. I am over the moon. I'm so excited. You have no idea. It's been surreal. I've been dreaming of this for like 7 years. Back in high school, I really looked into performing roles. I got really into theater and I realized that you can actually perform for Disney. So I doubted myself for a really long time. I thought I wasn't skinny enough. I thought I wasn't pretty enough. I thought I had too many freckles. I thought my teeth weren't straight enough. I thought I wasn't, I don't know, I thought I was too tall, too short. Everything went through my mind, and it was hard for me to come to terms with the fact that I could potentially do this. So I've been to about 6 auditions, I want to say, altogether, 5 or 6. So this one was the first time that I made it all the way through to the end for a typical character performer or lookalike audition. I did make it through once before. There is a video out there from my cruise line audition that I went to in New York City last February. So a little over a year ago, I made it to the end of the cruise line audition, but they didn't call me, which is fine. I'm so happy I got to move to Florida and experience the roles that I have. It's been an absolute dream. But if you know me at all, you know that being a character performer is a dream role of mine. I am so excited to say that it could potentially happen. It's incredible. So I just wanted to run through a little bit of what happened at the audition, kind of how it was set up, some tips I have. So just something that's really important when talking about auditions that I take very seriously in my job now and potentially in the future, even just speaking with guests or my friends, is something called character integrity. So if you've never heard of character integrity, it's something that the Walt Disney Company takes very seriously. Basically, it's just protecting the identity and the authenticity of characters of our favorite stories and that you see in the park. So I'm Erin, you are not. I mean, maybe your name's Erin, who knows, but you are not me. I am not you. There's one of me, there's one of you. The same thing goes for Pluto. The same thing goes for Rafiki. The same thing goes for Chip and Dale and Cinderella and Rapunzel. They are them. They are who they are. I'm very excited, but it is very important to make sure that the identity and the authenticity of these characters is being protected. So please, if you have any questions, please ask. Just keep character integrity in mind, and just understand that when I'm also answering your questions. So that is greatly appreciated. Just wanted to put that out there in case you're not familiar with character integrity. It's something that's very important in the parks also for those families and guests and kiddos. So pretty cool stuff. All right, moving on. The audition started at 4 o'clock in the evening. So if you're preparing for one of these auditions, just a couple things. They're gonna ask you to make a Disney Auditions profile online. I will link the Disney Auditions website below so you can see all of the auditions that they have for all of their parks around the world. Super awesome resource. They're gonna ask that you make a profile on there, headshot, resume, any skills that you have, tattoos, piercings, availability, all of that is gonna go on the website. So it's kind of like a resume, so you don't have to bring a resume and headshot with you when you go. They told us to get there around 3:30 to line up. I did not listen because I have anxiety, so I got there super early. I got there about 2:45, and it was projected to start at 4 o'clock, but they actually started at 3:30. They started filing us in. They gave us our numbers at 3 o'clock, and then they started bringing us in groups of 100 girls. at about 3:30. So there were about 300 of us that showed up. I got there super early. I was number 13, lucky number 13, right in the front of the line. And if you've never been to an audition like this, they're broken up usually into segments. So a lookalike audition is going to be a little bit different than a character performer audition. The character performer auditions I went to for college program, even the cruise line, they've all started with a movement routine, simple movements, they get more complex. This was not like that. I've been to, I think, 3 auditions like this now. It's a little bit more intimidating, but it's a very simple process. So once you get your number, you check into the audition so that they know that you're there. They can match a face with the name. And then they're gonna bring you in groups of 100 girls. Obviously, I was in the first 100. They brought us into a separate dance studio room. They line you up in groups of 10. So there's a row of 10, a row of 10, all the way back up to 100. And then there's 3 or 4 casting directors at the front of the room. And basically, they just look at you. They ask you to smile, stand there with your shoulders back, all prim and proper, and they just look at you. They look at your features, they look at your height, they look at your silhouette, at your eyes, your eye color, your skin color, all of these things to see if you are what they are looking for. And here's the key. It's what they're looking for at that very moment. So like I've said, they pulled me this time to stay to the next round. There have been times that I've gone before where they cut me the first round. So it just wasn't what they were looking for at that moment. And they say at the very beginning, it's not a are you pretty contest. It's not a popularity contest. It's just what they're looking for to fill the need of their roles at that very moment. So it's hard not to take it personally. It is. It hurts when you're like, oh, I just want it so bad, you know? Just give me a chance. But if you keep going, they will give you a chance. They're amazing. And it's crazy when you're filed out once they keep a group of you. So from our first group, there were 100 girls in that room. They kept 8 of us. When you're on the bench outside waiting to get measured for your height, you're looking at each other and you're like, whoa. Like the resemblance to some of the other girls was uncanny. I'm like, oh my gosh, like our features, everything was so similar. I was like, okay, so there actually is a method to the madness. These people know what they're doing. They're very good at their job. Awesome, good to know. But at that point, everyone's super excited that's there. Everyone's making friends. After that, they measure you, and then you go into learning of movement and animation routine. So our movement routine was super simple at this audition. So it was a lot of swaying and big arm movements like you're performing on the castle stage. All of these wonderful things that they made us do. And then we went into our animation and big movements and you're getting ready for the ball and all of these crazy things. So we put that all together. We performed for the casting directors in groups of 4, which yes, was very intimidating. They were staring at you for sure. I am not a dancer. I messed up most of the dance, but as long as you keep smiling, that's all that matters. That's all they're looking for, is that you put on a show and that you're able to keep going and you stay in character. So it's very, very important. From there, I'm trying to think, there were 30 girls, about 30, maybe 32 out of the 300 that they kept for the movement routine and the animation. So from there, they cut us down to about 18 to 20. Half the girls they sent to costuming, where they were fit for specific roles. And then half of us they kept and they had us read for certain roles that they had in mind. So they asked me to read, I did my reading. We went back out into the hallway. We waited and they actually cut a couple more girls. I didn't know there was gonna be another cut. I was so nervous, but they did keep me lucky number 13. I was still there. So total, I think there were 4 cuts. Then we got fitted for some of the roles that they imagined for us also. It was a magical experience. It was incredible. And then they had us go into the dance studio and read our lines for the casting directors and basically perform for them. They recorded us, they took pictures, they did all of these things just so they could have it in their memory. They can go back to it when reviewing and potentially casting. So it was an incredible experience. The whole thing was probably about 4 hours. I would say probably about 4 hours. It was so much fun. It was so scary. I was so nervous. I couldn't eat anything. I was so like just adrenaline, but it was incredible. I had the best time. Just some tips for going to an audition. Smile. I've heard that one for every audition video I've seen, but just smile the whole time. Be yourself, be authentic, make friends, you know, laugh, have conversations, show them that you are an engaging person, that you're able to connect with people, you're able to hold conversation, you're able to be excited and show that excitement and channel your nervous energy in a positive way. It shows. And they tell you, they're like, from the moment you walked in, we've been watching you. We've been watching how you've been acting, who you've been talking to. So just be mindful of that when you go and through your entire audition. If you think you're bombing it, if you fall down, just keep smiling. Just keep smiling. It's what you make it. What you feel like, your confidence level will shine through to them. And they want that sparkle. They want that extra something in your eye that says, I can do this. So just be confident, be excited, be passionate. Oh, bring snacks. Bring all of the snacks. I mean, even if you think you're gonna get cut the first round, even if you don't know if you're gonna make it to the first round, if you think you're gonna chicken out, bring some snacks, because you might be there for 4 hours and you're gonna be starving. I remember when I went to the cruise line audition in New York, I didn't think I was gonna make it at all. I didn't even bring snacks. Joke's on me, I was there for like 5 hours and I was starving because they didn't even have a vending machine in the building. So bring some snacks, bring water, bring 1 or 2 bottles of water, bring a refillable water bottle, bring something. It gets hot, you are dancing, you are sweating, you are nervous. Bring deodorant, like just do what you gotta do. Pack a makeup bag, just be prepared. Bring a phone charger if you need to. Just really think about all of those things that you might need while you're there. Just those essentials. Bring a book, some music, bring your headphones. I mean, you're gonna be talking to a whole bunch of people, so you might not need them too much, but if you're in your head in the beginning and you just want something to help calm you down, you know what does that best. So definitely think about bringing that with you. Be silly. If you don't feel like you're being silly, you're not being big enough. You're not being dramatic enough and over the top enough and animated enough. Just let yourself go, no pun intended. Just let it be. Just be who you feel and what you feel, and let it flow through you, and that's gonna come across and they're gonna be able to see that, and they're gonna be like, they've got it. They've got it. They know what they're doing. They're channeling this energy and this role in the correct way, and just be yourself. Just be yourself. Nobody else can be you, and you can't be anybody else. They could be looking for exactly what and who you are. So you never know. Just believe in yourself. Every time they called my number, I was like looking around as if like it was the wrong one. I'm gonna like get emotional. I didn't think for the longest time that I could be good enough to do something like this. But they kept me all the way to the end. I was floored. I was like, they didn't see me, they didn't look at me, they didn't hear me, they didn't like the way I danced, they didn't like the way I looked, but they did. So if you just keep believing in yourself, you never know when it's your time. It might be your time, it might not be, but it's okay. I will answer any questions you guys have about auditions, about my experience. If I forgot anything, Millie's gonna comment too, because she's not gonna stop barking for the next 20 minutes. Let us know. We're just chilling now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was one of my most exciting to film. I am over the moon. I will obviously keep you guys updated on what happens, if I will be facing a role change. For now, nothing is official. There have been no offers or accepted offers, but I just wanted to run through my audition experience and give some tips for you guys. So I'll link the audition website down below, so if you have any questions about auditions or upcoming auditions, definitely check it out. Can we say bye, Millie? Bye. Goodbye. Oh, she says bye. She says bye too. Bye. And you keep showing up, you don't know. Sit. somebody knocked on the door. So the puppies are slightly concerned. It's okay. Okay. You never know. Just believe. Are you done?